Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom nestled between mountains and rivers, there lived a poor farmer named Tom, known throughout the village for his kindness and humility. Despite his poverty, Tom never hesitated to help his neighbors. His closest friend was Jack, a woodcutter who lived alone on the edge of the forest. Together, they shared what little they had and often worked side by side, telling stories and dreaming of better days. One day, while Tom was working in his small field, he noticed something unusual. A wounded eagle lay struggling in the grass, its wing broken. Feeling deep compassion, Tom carefully lifted the bird and took it to his home. He tended to its wounds, feeding it daily with what scraps he could spare and providing it with fresh water. Jack, eager to help, gathered herbs from the forest to speed up the bird's recovery. Together, they nursed the eagle back to health. After several weeks, the eagle was ready to fly again. With great joy, Tom and Jack released it, watching in awe as it soared high into the sky. They felt fulfilled, knowing they had done a good deed by saving the majestic creature. A few months passed, and during this time, life became more difficult for Tom. The harvest had been poor, and the land was dry. One evening, as Tom returned home, he found a shimmering feather on his doorstep, a golden feather that gleamed as if touched by the sun. Confused but intrigued, he picked it up. The feather was incredibly light yet seemed to glow with an otherworldly energy. Tom took it to the village marketplace, where he discovered it was worth a small fortune. With the money from selling the feather, he was able to buy food, new tools, and even make improvements to his small home. The next night, as Tom prepared to sleep, he heard a faint scratching at his door. To his surprise, it was the eagle he had saved, carrying another golden feather in its beak. It dropped the feather at his feet and flew away, disappearing into the night sky. Overjoyed, Tom thanked the heavens for this blessing. He sold the feather once more, sharing his newfound wealth with his friend Jack, buying supplies for the village and helping those in need. However, word of Tom's fortune spread quickly, and it wasn't long before the kingdom's greedy advisor, Lord Felix, heard the rumors. Consumed with envy, he devised a plan to seize Tom's wealth for himself. Disguised as a traveler, he visited Tom's village and paid the humble farmer a visit. Feigning kindness, Lord Felix said, "I have heard of your generosity and the fortune you have gained. Such wealth can change a man. I have come to see if it has made you selfish or arrogant." Unaware of the advisor's true intentions, Tom welcomed him warmly and spoke humbly about his gratitude for the eagle's gifts. Yet Lord Felix remained suspicious and was determined to uncover the source of Tom's wealth. That night, Lord Felix hid nearby, watching Tom's home. He saw the eagle arrive once more, leaving a golden feather at Tom's doorstep. Overcome with greed, Felix resolved to capture the eagle. Under the cover of darkness, he ordered his guards to seize it and bring it to his castle, where he locked it in a grand, gilded cage. Days went by, but the eagle did not return, and the golden feathers ceased appearing. Tom and Jack grew anxious, sensing that something terrible had happened. Tom realized that without the eagle's kindness, he would return to a life of hardship. More than the loss of the feathers, he missed the sight of the magnificent bird and felt immense gratitude for its help. One evening, Jack, skilled at moving silently through the forest, approached Tom with important news. "I've learned that Lord Felix has taken your eagle," he whispered. "He keeps it in a golden cage, hoping to keep all its feathers for himself." Outraged and determined, Tom and Jack devised a plan to rescue the eagle. That night, under the cover of darkness, they sneaked into the advisor's palace, moving quietly through gardens and courtyards until they reached the cage. Tom saw the eagle, trapped and despondent, and his heart ached for the creature he had once saved. Gently, Tom opened the cage and lifted the eagle. Just as they turned to leave, the guards spotted them, and a chase ensued. With the eagle in Tom's arms, they narrowly escaped through narrow alleys and found refuge in the forest, where they finally set the eagle free. With a grateful cry, the eagle took to the sky, soaring above them before disappearing into the night. Days turned into weeks, and Tom returned to his simple life, content with what he had. One morning, he awoke to find not one, but 3 golden feathers on his doorstep. Stunned, he realized the eagle had not forgotten his kindness. From then on, Tom and Jack occasionally found golden feathers, but they never used the wealth for luxury. Instead, they helped their community, building a school for the village children and a small hospital for the sick. As for Lord Felix, furious that he could not capture the eagle again, he soon lost the king's favor and was exiled from the kingdom. Tom and Jack remained symbols of humility, kindness, and friendship, forever remembered as the villagers who taught that true wealth lies not in gold, but in the generosity of spirit and the strength of friendship. The eagle was never seen again, but the villagers say that on certain nights, a glimmering golden feather appears in the forest, a reminder of the bond between a humble farmer, a loyal friend, and a grateful eagle.